That's definitely a Link, but Bowser is like, oh, okay, never mind. All good, says Infzy as we go into this game number 1.
And Infzy has actually been on a hiatus, so this is his first tournament back in a little bit of time. So
interesting.
Let's see how he, maybe shakes off some of that rust.
Opting for the classic green outfit for Link as well. Maybe trying to channel some Link of old here, even though he still has the Breath of the Wild bomb.
And my first thought every time I load into a set, I tune into a set with Ken involved, I think, how do you deal with focus? And I'm thinking Link's going to have the back air and going to have the forward air, which will help, if you can come up around the Ken. But if you're under the Ken, what are your options? You're not going to have many ways to deal with that focus.
Up B. Just throw it out in the air. Just go for it.
That is an insane idea.
Look, man, you said how are you going to deal with it. I didn't say it was a good idea.
Oh, wow, catching the jump. That is a classic Street Fighter Shoryu right there.
Yeah, catching your opponent, jumping in on you. Ken, the master of using that Shoryu to hit you out of it. Screen almost fell. Somebody almost knocked it over. Now Trile continuously keeping Infzy on the back foot, putting up this pressure, keeping him at the ledge. Infzy doing a good job of trying to fight out, but
wow,
so much damage already.
And that's so scary. When you get down tilted at 100, you can get caught sleeping. If that Shoryu gets ripped and you don't DI it correctly, there goes your stock, especially on this low ceiling like PS2. Up B out of shield, not safe if they get their shield up as well, so Trile finding that stock.
A drag down with that forward air, and Infzy in a position where he can continue to pressure Trile and try to find a stock like that with his forward tilt.
That F tilt, just that's a huge chop coming out from Link. That is a move that they wanted to let know that you don't want to get hit by.
Definitely, and he's cooking something right now, and Infzy trying to bring back this deficit slowly but surely, but Trile, again, this is like a common thing that I've talked about today already. One player is able to turn one hit into multiple, whereas the other one's only getting these stray hits.
I'm actually surprised that killed. I think maybe Infzy DI'd straight out, where you're supposed to DI Shoryu down and away. So maybe that could be spelling disaster for the set. First, if you're still trying to figure out how to DI someone's moves, you're already set up, not in the best way. So
dying off the top. He was hovering over Bowser again. I think he was thinking about it.
I don't think he was thinking about it. I hope he wasn't thinking about it.
I hope. All right, going into game number 2, and we're going to Kalos.
And this is a huge ceiling, contrary to PS2. So I think, maybe that Shoryu is going to kill a little later. Killing off the side is going to be a little easier. What the? That is not a real combo.
He just down tilted into Tatsumaki like 3 times across the stage.
Yeah, get out of that.
Maybe this could also be just some matchup unfamiliarity. Maybe Infzy isn't all that familiar with Ken.
Yeah, I think, once upon a time I could actually name a few East Carolina Kens, but these days, not so much recently. So, maybe a little bit of rust coming in from the matchup as well. But Trile having no doubts, doing those down tilts, finding the damage, taking the stocks with those Shoryus, all very confidently.
He's got some good tricks coming out here, though, Infzy. With these bombs, he's setting them up in ways that force Trile to think of different approach options. Definitely a much better start to the game so far for Infzy. Still finding a hard time just finding the hits that he needs, though. That up B, soft spot or something of it. And not able to connect the second hit of forward air either. Unfortunate for Infzy.
Whoa. Flying across the screen, but Kalos' huge blast zones. Oh,
there we go.
Good. Shoryu to cover the jump over and just all the way up at the top. That was a great Shoryu there from Trile.
There we go. Finding the forward air that he's been looking for this entire time. And Infzy finally able to take that first stock. But going back to what you were saying about Trile, he has been... I mean, that's the second or third time we've seen it already. He's been very consistent with that catching jump-ins with the Shoryu.
And I think one thing that we haven't seen, you know, I feel like a lot of Shotos, while they think is they just kind of, you know, throw out the Hadokens just over and over and over again. They say, hold my fireball while I think. And we haven't seen that too much. Trial's just kind of been using movement and then, you know, shielding or what have you to deal with the neutral, rather than I'm going to Hadoken and then I'm going to punish you for how you deal with it. Now, that's probably part of the matchup. I feel like Link probably has a very easy time dealing with it.
Yeah.
But just, you know, great play here from Trile all around. And it's going to take using the, what is that called?
Blade Beam? No, that's
Cloud. That's Cloud.
Yeah. Oh, good roll read there.
Didn't kill there, but this could even up the game shortly here if you find the forward air. Wow, trading. I probably would have ended the stock there, but...
Man, Infzy just trying to find... He's throwing out down smashes now. He's looking for something.
Right, he just, you know, please, let's even out this game.
Please, God, get hit by something. I beg of you.
Game 2, I need to win a whole nother one. You know, let's make this one at least a little easier is maybe what's going through his head. But when, you know, you worry too much about making it easier, you might put yourself in a position that ends up making you lose the game.
Yeah, and he hit, Jesus, the 62% essentially off of just one interaction. And the Hell Wheel back throw as well. He went for it, and I respect it.
Yeah,
but...
well, let's see for Trile here, you know, going for that read, that ends the set. You have another stock if something goes wrong. For Infzy, you know, you miss that smash attack. You know, you're on your last stock. This is the last stock of the tournament. We're here in losers. So you're going to want to be a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, and Infzy just really struggling here. All the pressure and that up tilt. Yeah. That's going to be enough. Trile not going to let that up B go unpunished. Fist, mouthful